Hello and welcome to Default Assault, where we take on everything by default. And tonight we'll be taking on yet another deleted Disney song. And I'm going to say right off the bat that this is actually probably one of my favorite deleted Disney songs. From a movie that's not one of my favorite Disney movies, which might sound as sacrilege to the Disney Renaissance fans of the 90s. Not bashing the film, it just doesn't rank up there with Lion King, Aladdin, etc., etc., etc. Tonight we'll be talking about Mulan, and we're talking about Keep 'Em Guessing, the deleted Mushu song, which I like to call the Genie Song from Mulan.
Yes, that's a strong take by you, man.
You're an odd one, mademoiselle, and your story doesn't gel. But if they don't ask, don't tell. Keep 'em guessing.
It really does feel like the Genie Song. I'm pretty sure that that's what they were trying to emulate. Here, it's smooth. I love the jazz flair. And the jazz flair alone is enough of a connective tissue between this and Friend Like Me, not to mention it comes from the magical creature in both circumstances.
Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves, Scheherazade had 1,000 tales. But master, you in luck, 'cause up your sleeves you got a brand of magic never fails.
You're heading for disaster, but I'm your one best chance. Don't miss, you are miscast. I'll show you how to show who wears the pants.
When it comes to those Renaissance films, it could easily be argued that other than Be a Man, there's not a whole lot of big music coming out of this. Honor to Us All was not, I mean, it was a nice song that was at the table for the movie, but I don't think it stood alone as something that was pretty great.
Reflection was good, but it was pretty much slice and dice in the final film version. The original cut was much, much longer and, dare I say, more powerful.
I wouldn't necessarily even call that memorable outside of the context of the film. If Keep 'Em Guessing comes up off the cutting room floor, I really think this is the song that comes out of the movie. It's very strong.
It is very strong, but I think that the big discussion here is, does it fit thematically with the film? Because if we're going to continue comparing it to Friend Like Me, which is a bit of an oddball song because of that jazz flair. I mean, it's basically Arabian Nights via Las Vegas, but nevertheless, there is still a little bit of that Arabian flair in that song. It still fits thematically. You can still listen to Friend Like Me and believe it comes from the same film that has Prince Ali and Arabian Nights. Over here, this song, as great as it is, it doesn't sound anywhere near Chinese to begin with.
Right. Well, first of all, I don't want to hear all that when it could be argued the best music in Hercules was the gospel song, okay?
Well, that was the theme of the film, though. Pretty much every song was filtered through the gospel ring, with the exception of Go the Distance, their Oscar bait song.
Well, Go the Distance and what, Danny DeVito? Anyways, so
that's a good. I forget about that song for the right reasons.
Correct. No, but you know, the thematical conversation isn't one where I'm trying to tell you you're wrong per se, because you're not. But Mushu doing something that sticks out in the theme only speaks and is directly on point with that character. Period. Okay.
You know, we've already had a discussion about whether Mushu was a strong enough character in the film or not. I don't want to rehash this here. Link in the description below. Check it out. But I will say that this song would have helped endear me to the character. It would have, as you say, it would have given him the highlight. It would have given him a very, very strong start. It would have been probably one of the sequences I look forward to the most upon rewatch.
Would it compete with Be a Man? That would be a tough bar to hop over, but that potential is there. I have no reason to believe that couldn't have been pulled off visually very easily in its own way. I mean, it's a mystical character. You can make things work and happen, and at the same time, Mushu is almost as, if not just as silly as the genie, right? So, and let's put it this way: for anybody who thinks identity is an issue for Mushu as a character, this song could have potentially done something to move towards solving that problem. There's a few things in there that I can't help but pick out too, like some of the lyrics wise, smoother than ginseng. Okay, we know y'all mean smoother than gin because you're singing the jazz song and then you throw ginseng on it. That's awesome, right? We're talking about a young lady pretending to be a man, joining the military, and there's a lyric in there that says, "Don't ask, don't tell." How clever is that trash? All right, that's what I'm telling you. And I mean, I don't mean to say trash as I think it's trash. It's like, how clever is that action? How about that?
It's so smooth. It would have made Mushu cool.
Well, and maybe they thought that was the problem, or maybe the song should be set up to show you Mushu's potential, even though he's still trying to kind of figure things out.
Well, from what I've read, they felt that Eddie Murphy was strong enough to speak for himself, that he didn't need a song. But
oh God, is that really it?
Ultimately, we ended up just going with a simpler idea, which is Eddie Murphy being such a great actor himself that he could really sell the audience on who he was in just a couple words, and it would really help to condense the film and that sort of thing.
Damn, I mean, the opening act that Robin Williams had prior to Friend Like Me is exceedingly strong and stronger than what we saw with Mushu in that final film. But it is accented and made powerful by that song. At that particular point,
I don't mean to interrupt you here. I just can't get past this. They thought Eddie Murphy was okay on his own. And listen, Eddie Murphy's a great performer. I'm taking nothing from him. But you saw Robin Williams was like, "No, that cat's a bum. He needs a song." What the hell?
He gets 3 songs, 3 out of the 5 in that film.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I know why you're counting Prince Ali, and you should, but it's not the same. You know?
No. I'm just pointing out how much he sang, and then Mushu gets literally no songs.
I mean,
it's the magical sidekick that doesn't get the song.
And listen, and this isn't a situation where, like Gilbert Gottfried as Iago, you have a problem with the performer being able to sing either, okay? Eddie Murphy, hell, granted it was a repetitive as hell song, but he's cut singles in the past. Michael Wants to Party All the Time, you know, for those who don't remember it. Again, a painfully simple song, but the talent is there.
I'm just getting this image of Gilbert Gottfried singing Prince Ali now, and I just
make way for Prince Ali. Yeah, that's a mess.
I'm ready to coach you. Let's start with your physique. Before I'm through, they'll vote you He-Man of the Week.
I absolutely love this song. It's a great shame that it wasn't in the film. I think it would have been a great showcase. I think it would have made the character stronger. The argument definitely can be made, and I think it's a strong one that it doesn't quite fit with the film. But I think it's strong enough, and I think it builds its character up enough that I would excuse that in an instant.
Exactly. It is the character. As far as, I mean, it doesn't fit thematically. Neither does Mushu. The only thing he's got going for him is a dragon. That's it.
Eddie Murphy playing the great Chinese god. That's God Dragon. That's great.
If they have a Broadway version of Mulan, Keep 'Em Guessing needs to make it. It's not like they've done that before with lesser songs from movies, right?
I have no argument for that. I think that's a...
Morning Report, bitches. That's all.
Or if they make a live-action remake of Mulan, which is coming anyway.
Oh, that's a great point. I might actually go see my first live-action remake in the theater just to catch this song. Okay, maybe not, but still.
I don't know if I want to support those remakes financially, but I mean, at one point they were saying that Mulan wasn't going to be a musical. The live-action remake wasn't going to be a musical, and people got angry specifically because it wouldn't include "Make a Man Out of You."
Well, A, B, I'm also forced to employ the Admiral Akbar defense on making Mulan nowadays. it's a trap. Okay, the political undertones here only makes this more complicated a movie to portray. And that's without even getting into whether or not they could do a good job on Mushu.
Yeah, Mulan, I guarantee, no matter where you land on the political spectrum, is going to be controversial. For some, it's not going to be agenda-driven enough, and for others, even if they only had a slight hint of agenda, they'd be jumping on it. And to be honest, with the way that Disney has marketed a lot of their films, they've invited that criticism. So it is what it is. I think we're in agreement. This is probably one of the few instances where it is a great shame that this song didn't quite make it into the film.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you 100%.
So find it on YouTube, listen to it, let us know, what did you think of Keep 'Em Guessing, and do you agree with our assessment? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure to stick around right here where life is hilarious by default.